think someone will get over 100 yards, 100 tackles? My instant answer would have been Gilbert Fryson. I really want to say TB. Here's my reason why I'm a little iffy about it. We're going to rotate a lot. They're already saying like everybody's co-starters, so expect a bunch of rotations. And depending on all these, supposedly there's a different depth chart for every scheme. Like we have a 3-4 scheme, we have a 3-3-5 scheme, we have a 4-3 scheme, we have a 4-2-5 scheme, and all of them have different depth charts. I don't know who is the consonant no matter what. Is it the middle linebacker, Mike Mack? Like is Caleb Johnson going to start in all one of those defenses? Is Wayman Steed as the Sam? Is he the starter? Like I don't know who that is. So that's why I'm a little iffy on being able to add a name, like attach a name to that, to be honest with you. So I'm going to go with no. I don't think anybody gets over 100 tackles now. The reason why we could is if you start to, remember, you get to the ACC championship game, that's another game opportunity. That's more stats. You get to a bowl game, that's even more stats. So instead of playing 12 games like we have the last 13, some years, with the bowl game included, we get upwards of 13 guaranteed 14 games. You know, we can start getting up in there. So maybe at the end of the year, but as far as regular season tackles, I don't necessarily see it. That's all I'm saying. No disrespect. I just think we're going to be so much of a rotational program defensively. Uh-oh. Come on, West B. Come on, West B. Pull through for your boy. Hey, y'all don't start doing pick me leagues like me. Are we talking about uniforms? That's cool and everything. I just want to win. Now we only talk. I like to answer questions. You know, I like to be respectful. So if someone has a question, like I said, it's Q&A. We got 20 more minutes. Q&A. If there's something you want to talk about, if there's, I know the Bethune-Cookman game. We don't know much about Bethune-Cookman, okay? So we can't really get into that. And we've talked at nauseam. We've done position breakdowns. So if there's anything else you want to let out, Q&A, do it. Also, I did say Brantley is a real dark horse. You did. I just think he has some pass receiving skills and might get a crack at some playing time in the season. Just might flash. Just got a hunch. Hey, I feel you. We all have those kind of things in our scheme, man. It just happens, dog. What you mean they almost blew the cash? Man, I'm gonna have to go ahead and get me a YouTube TV again. I can start watching these games. Y'all don't get me fired up now. Y'all can get me fired up over here about them Canes. Marsh really doesn't. Much love, Marsh. Facts. Marsh swag be all over the place, man. I love you though, man. I love Marsh. It's a good friend of mine. Yeah. You would you consider no, that wasn't the original. That was the second play on the Miami. But no one talks about those uniforms. The black helmet with the iced out U, the black uh shirt and pants, and they had iced out U's on the side, and then the camo boots. And we even won that game, but it was like a no nothing game against Virginia. But no one talks about that. That was a game, dog. I mean, those uniform combo right now. What you think about James Williams not liking to be in coverage? Man, Uh, I know I asked for questions, but y'all picked the two players that everybody got an opinion on. Everybody got an opinion on James Williams. Everybody got an opinion on Restrepo. I hope James Williams does his thing. I just, I don't, I want him closer to the LOS because I like his highlight tape film that I saw, the 5-star prospect that I saw. He basically played Rover, a linebacker. If you watch his junior film, he basically played middle linebacker. But if you watch his senior film, he put a lot of DB in there. He was basically playing Rover. And he's a freak of nature. And I'm not trying to say that he isn't good or he can't play. It's just when it comes to putting young men in positions to be successful, you just sometimes you want to protect them from themselves. And I get it. He believes himself to be a safety. I just hope that in this scheme he could be a safety by name, but he's closer to the LOS. What happened? They blew the cash and had to punt. What are your expectations for Saturdays? What are you primarily looking for offense and defense? All right.